Great morning. I wanted to look at these water restrictions in around Southern California. What can it tell us about the water restrictions? How dire is this? I just dropped a card. Okay, it's about our well-being. Okay, basically, there are only so much supplies, and although Mother Nature is giving and continues to give, we are facing water shortages. Above it, this could be a nightmare situation. So there are some people that are, really having nightmares up at night because of this. The foundation is we need to look at this more closely. We need to really take it within and look at our individual actions with this, okay? We need to basically get a clue. This is about the long term happenings going forward. Because, it's slowly, it's not going to get better, okay? Basically, it's not going to get better. We are in this for the long haul, is what that's saying. The challenge is to get a victory over this, to understand the importance of this, they're telling restrict the water now for your benefit, or else they're saying it could be like, South Africa. And we know how devastating it is there. They have no water. And what water they have is foul, okay? Hopes and fears. Well, of course, the wish-fulfilling card, hoping that there will be a lot of water just magically appearing, but it's not magically appearing. And there are those that would take advantage of it and sell, when things get restricted. It could become very, very expensive because there will be those that would use it to their advantage. If we don't get a handle on it, this is what's coming. Okay, this is not to frighten people, but this is to be aware. If you don't get a handle and you don't listen and you want to continue just to water your lawns like crazy and abuse the water, that this could be what's coming. Okay, so let's see. Underneath of it, we're looking at our way forward, okay? The way forward in the world, wanting to get to smoother waters, that this is a crisis. We're looking at the exchange that's happening with this, and that it's retreating. The water is retreating, okay? Of concern, you'll be out in the cold if we don't get a handle on this. When it comes to this abundance, we are in the, the wheel is turning rapidly. So we need to get this stuff in balance, okay? Because this is moving forward, again, new actions, and there's just way too much sun and not enough water, okay? It's getting hotter. We have global warming that's happening that is, and so they're putting these warnings out. There are people that poo-poo it, and well, I've got my mansions, I want my lawns green, I'm going to continue to just abuse it. Well, if they continue to abuse it, they won't even have water to drink or bathe in or anything. It's really, we're having a crisis. I can say here in New Mexico, I've only been here a couple of years. Now, when I first got here, that first year, and I was living in the van, every night it would rain. Every single night it would rain during the rainy season. This year we've had nothing. Absolutely nothing. It has been dry, dry, dry. And that's critical. If we don't get the rain, what do you think happens to the supplies? Okay, they diminish. I mean, it's not going to just show up from nowhere. So again, people need to be aware, and they're not putting this out to try to frighten people, but they're trying to put it out there to say, be aware, our water is shrinking and we need to conserve. Okay? And if they don't conserve, I think they're going to be really hit with some sort of sanctions. Something is going to happen with it, because you can't just, continue to do these things. So I may have to go from having my bath that I so enjoy at night to maybe doing showers. I am not a shower person, but I may have to change to do showers instead of baths, because in and out. Okay, but I do so enjoy my bath, but it may be I may have to really look at that and restrict on that. Now, one thing you do when I'm in the van, I really conserve water when I'm in there traveling. I take sponge baths every day. I do have a shower, but usually every day I do, like if you're out in the military and stuff, what do? You wash, okay? It's like being in Japan. What do you do in Japan? You take your water, and you wash, you soak, you wash off, and then you get in the community thing and soak, okay? But you wash, you take your sponge baths, you wash, and then you get in the water and you soak, okay? So all the family members or whatever use the same type of water, and it's clean, because you're doing your bathing outside. You wash. Doesn't mean you're less clean. You're just as clean, but you're not using as much water. Same thing when I'm in the van. What you do is, instead of washing all the dishes using a lot of water, you do your spray bottle with vinegar, half vinegar and half water, and you spray your things and you wipe them out and you clean them that way. So you use very little water. Again, when I'm out in the van, I use very little water. So there are ways that we can do to, minimize things. And we may have to start implementing them sooner than later. So this is just a heads up on what's happening with global warming. It's not a joke, okay? So I'm going to leave this here. Love and light, and I'll see you online. And we just, we continue to go forward.